Hello, lovelies. I've been racing against the clock to get everything ready, despite the fact that I started mentally prepping for this some hours ago. So let me just show you what's happening in Wurm and mute Twitch. In fact, I was so busy doing my pre-stream prep that I actually didn't look at chat at all. I'm very sorry. Hello. Hello, Robbie. Hello, Ruffle. Hello, Calvert. Let's get everybody seeing what I'm seeing, she says, and then does not. Excellent start. Okay. We can do this. It's going to be fine. There we go. Now I just need to remember that in order to steer, I need to actually be in Wurm and not in OBS. You didn't realise it was one of those hot tub streams. Well, you know what? I was looking at my selection of warm-ups, and I had a really lovely snowy, wintry one. But I filmed it on Exodus, and I figured since I was streaming on release, I really ought to use a release warm-up. So then I went like hurriedly hunting through, and I was like, I don't have time to film another one, but I did have me in a hot tub for 5 minutes, so that's what you got, basically. So I did do some sound testing, but because I don't trust this thing and because it sounds different in my headset than it does on playback, how am I sounding relative to my portcullises and any worm sounds you can hear? Okay, am I quiet? Let me run back through one of those again. Hi, Bun. Okay. Well, if I'm sounding a little bit quiet or whatever, just shout. Oh, hello. God, they're even spawning inside my closed perimeter. This has thrown my deed ratio way off. I had to go herding a load of things out earlier, and it's a good thing I've got quite a few alts premiumed at the moment, because I sent a lot of reindeer to the Santa in the Sky. But I haven't actually done it on Crim yet. So I thought what I might do is go and do a bit of foraging, get my gifts on Crim. I don't have any ceilings to hang stuff off of yet, but I could build one. I could build some ceilings. We'll see how we go. I've actually got a whole bunch of things to do in Wurm before Christmas. Like I need to do my my traditional Christmas baking, except that Halloween kind of spoilt my usual Christmas baking activities because we're all now drowning in candy. So I've got to think of something else to do, and I thought I might try ice cream because I don't think I've got any, or at least many, ice cream recipes in my cookbook yet. No, look, see, we've only got maple, but I know how to make the others, and I do have quite a lot of snowballs saved for just such an occasion. So depending on how I get on, I might also do a little bit of cooking. You can hear me okay now, can you, Ruffle? Okay, good. I'm going to take that as a yes, but I will keep an eye on it. Yeah, I mean, my deed ratio as well is delicate at the best of times, because as anyone who knows me will know, my main deed is also the Brambleheim Wildlife Park, and we have an amount of creatures on it. I wonder if... Ooh. Clearly I haven't repaired anything since we went up Dragonfang yesterday. But yeah, I guess they're going to tell me how many creatures we've got. To trader, Benjamin, upkeep. Maybe not there. I'm sure somewhere it does. Tile. There you go. So my deed ratio is currently 15.2, which is good. 403 creatures branded, not including. There's about 20 which are still waiting to be cared for and branded, named ones in temporary pens. So it feels like a dangerous time to be breeding, Bun, given that our deed ratios are likely to fluctuate for the next... how long is this event running? Almost 3 weeks? I decided that maybe now was not the time to breed stuff. Although that said, I have got a pair of reindeer, adolescent reindeer, a boy and a girl, set aside that I was going to try breeding, because I have no idea yet, and I don't know if anybody else knows, if the reindeer are going to stay in the game. I thought when they announced it, what they would probably do was just give us renamed, stags. But actually, the model is a bit different. And so I don't know if breeding 2 reindeer together will produce another reindeer, or if it will be like the beefalo, where you breed 2 beefalo together and you just get an ordinary bison. Hello, bear. You can tell me now, because I'm going to fight stuff on stream, if the fight sounds are ridiculously loud. Some kind of superhero. Are you going to go and help rescue some things from Bun's Market, Ruffle? Support Bun's deed ratio by bringing home more mules or something. Come on, Bear Bear. Also, I apologise about the fight sounds because I am still using Eshri's short sword, the candy cane, so that it's about as festive as I'm going to get, I'm afraid. But my short sword skill, which yesterday when I first picked it up was a grand 1.2, I think. What are we now up to? Short sword. Oh, it's now up to 15.19. So even loftier heights. What was I doing? Umbellifers. I mean, I'm lacking tone in chat, Ruffle, but I'm going to assume that that's rather than an emphatic no, is more of a kind of no, right? Do you know what? I still, and this is bad for somebody who has as many animals as I do and has 3 breeding deeds, I still don't have a full team of draft horses on my wagon or on my cart. And I've been really, really bad, actually, at getting up to a point where I can comfortably breed draft horses as well as speed horses, because, of course, like any other breeder, I was set up before the animal husbandry overhaul for breeding the best 5-speeds and the best skill for breeding the new 4-speeds or the drafts, the 2 different skill thresholds, which means I need to get a second tune, essentially, up to a different threshold level to do it, and I'm just dragging my heels a little bit. I can't be bothered, so I prefer to go and buy other people's. But I haven't done that either, not properly. I've got breeding ones. Like breeding draft horses, I just haven't actually properly bred them. Yeah, you see, I don't bother with Spark. I know that a lot of people do, and I think that there are people who breed with a number of desirable miscellaneous traits as well. But I find that with the new system, once I throw miscellaneous traits into the mix as well, it just makes it too much of an RNG fest, trying to get all of the speed or all of the draft traits as well as the miscellaneous ones. So I tend to try to go for just pure speed or pure draft. I am currently trying to breed lurking bison with draft traits, because unlike the hello reindeer, have I got bells? I could do something with this one. I think I've got some bells left over. I've got a carrot. What was I saying? What do you mean I need to be on the ground? Outrageous. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Somebody tell me what I was saying. And you see, I don't. When I've got them pure 4 draft or 4 speed, I have a much better rate of getting those back in. But when I start throwing miscellaneous ones into the mix, then I seem to be more likely to get 3 draft and a miscellaneous. Maybe it's something to do with the slightly different skill thresholds that we're using, though. I suppose I should do a few while I'm down here. Oh yes, bison, lurking bison. You're still at ice cream. I'll send you some ice cream when I make some. Beefalo, as in the giant ones when spawned, when you attach those to carts and wagons and things, they reduce down to normal bison size, which is a shame. But holy bison retain their size, so I'm currently trying to breed teeny tiny little lurking bison so that I can have a teeny tiny little team of bison pulling my gigantic wagon. And at some point I will also try and do the same with the champs, because as we know, champ bison are ridiculously large. Accidentally stuck Calvert's head up one's backside on our first stream together a while ago, which I'm sure he's delighted to be reminded of. And I just like the idea of ridiculously sized creatures. What am I doing? There we go. Feeding reindeer food. Barrel breeding. What's barrel breeding? Oh my goodness. Bye. Is it going back up to heaven? I don't like that. That's that makes me feel quite sad. Oh, look, there's another one. Okay, I'm already leading you. Let's botanize this on the way past. I know that people were concerned about the reindeer rapture. You know what? That's exactly what it is. I know people were concerned about not having enough reindeers in game. Actually, what I'm finding is the opposite. Like, there are so many reindeers. I don't reindeer. There are so many reindeer in game. I don't have to go far to look them, but also I'll keep an eye on the event window. But I noticed this earlier. When I raptured a reindeer or two, another one would promptly appear really very close by me, which is kind of a problem if you're trying to clear them off your deed, because I found that for every 1 or 2 I cleared off my deed by sending to the Santa in the sky, another one would then spawn like within a few feet of me, and that seems to have been a pretty consistent pattern. So let's send this one off likewise. Santa's a bit slow coming to pick him up, isn't he? There we go. It's like alien abduction. Farewell. I should... Oh! I didn't see that before. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to do that again out of the trees. Because I only saw them going up to, like, the big light in the sky. I didn't realise that you do actually see Santa come and pick them up. Right, what am I doing? Foraging. Let's go do that. Yeah. Also, for anybody who's interested, I have tried hitching reindeer, and I have not been able to. And if anybody else has, I would be interested to know. I've tried adolescent, mature, and aged. It says they are all too weak and old and venerable. I don't think I actually have tried venerable. I tried an old one, and it said this one's too unruly. So I don't think they can be hitched. I did only try it on a cart. It would be cool if you could hitch them to sleds. But I suspect it's going to be the same for all vehicles. But if anybody else is experimenting and comes up with anything interesting, there's another reindeer. Out of interest, there you go. As soon as I fed the second one, there in the event log, age of reindeer has arrived, it spawned another one right close, which is presumably that one right there. So I don't think anybody's going to be running out of reindeer, but it is a tricksy time for people managing a delicate deed ratio, because it is going to make it that much harder to get them off deed. It might be, if the mechanic is that it spawns another one near you, I don't know, when you deplete a couple nearby or whatever, it might be that taming them, and they're very easy to tame, taming them and taking them off deed and then rapturing them means that the new one then spawns off deed. That might work. I don't know if anybody's in a really tricksy position, but that does seem like quite a pain in the arse sort of a workaround. What am I doing? Oh no. It's alright, it's not going to go far. For anybody who's interested in breeding them as well, not that we know if they'll last, but just in case they do, the male and the female ones look exactly the same. But if you're not used to trying to determine skittish animals' gender from afar, the easiest way to do it is like this. So if you call at them, it will tell you if it's male or female.
Hey, over here.
So that one's a female. Call out to her for her attention. Also really useful if you're ever camping on holy sites and looking for breeding stock of holy creatures, because they spawn quite a way away sometimes, but you can call at quite a distance. So yeah, they did say that they worked hard to try and make sure there wouldn't be a lack of reindeers. I know reindeers. God, I need to look that up. What is the plural of reindeer? Somebody tell me. Yeah, they said they'd worked hard to do it, and it seems that they have succeeded. I don't think we're going to run out of reindeer, but I just think that some people might find that they have the opposite problem if they've got big and sprawling deeds. But it's only for 3 weeks, so just careful with your breeding regimes if your ratio is dodgy. When I logged in earlier today, probably oh dear. That was a pun, Bun. When I logged in earlier today, my deed ratio was down to 14.7, and it's now up to whatever it was I looked at just now, like 15.1 something. Bearing in mind that my deed is quite large and has quite a lot of things on it, so it will take a fair few animals to put it back over. But I haven't got my perimeter properly. Like, I haven't got my perimeter fenced in on this deed. You can walk onto it from pretty much any side. It's only the village that's you do need a pun bun meter. It's only the upper village that is that has got a proper perimeter fence to protect squishy alts. So there's just things wandering onto my deed all the time. Right, reindeer food 2. Let's do another one. What have I got? Have I got a gift already? Okay, so I've got one gift. I have, however, lost track of how many reindeer I've done, so I need to pay close attention, I suppose, to when I get that second gift, because I don't really want to do any of the extras past, I think it's 7 reindeer food that you need per toon, because I've got a few alts premium done. There's no way that they're going to go and do all of the botanizing and creating, so I need to spread it out a bit. Not going to get the pun meter to 11 today. What do you mean? You suggesting that it's difficult to pay close attention while streaming? I'm successfully actually doing stuff this time, unlike the test stream last week when I just walked around in circles. In Venice, I was also testing more things on OBS that time, but I am still finding it all quite overwhelming, the number of things I need to keep track of. Maybe actually having a second screen with OBS open on it isn't helpful, especially for my ADHD brain, because it just gives me more things to like hop my attention between. Maybe there's a lesson there, I don't know. I have probably got more forage things than I need at this point. Ooh, goodness, look at all of that. And we got some extra bells. So instead, I suppose I should just go and find some more reindeer and get out third person and try and rapture my next reindeer, not under the cover of trees, so that this time I can actually see Santa come and do his thing. I don't know if... thanks, Raffle. Mod team, time to distract Crim. Yeah, well, you know what? I made the 3 of you mods so that you could reduce my distractions, not so you could increase them. So don't you start, like, some kind of mod union causing mischief in my chat. You have, however, successfully just distracted me from whatever it was I was just going to say. I don't even remember what my point was. So well done. You successfully grasshoppered me away from whatever that thought was. Jingle pants incoming. I might have picked... No, I did not pick the wrong mods. I'm sure I picked the right mods. Probably. Maybe. Do you know, I'm not supposed to still be foraging. I've got plenty of stuff. However, I did grasshopper away and not pay attention last time I fought something, so just... Fight sounds always sound so loud for me in-game. Do they sound ridiculously loud on stream, or are they not too bad? Because I don't want to burst anybody's eardrums. I told you. Did I not tell you you were a mod, Calvin? I'm sure I told you. I'm sure I told you all. I made the 3 of you mods because the 3 of you were going to be streaming with me. I'm sure you've just swum around your goldfish bowl. And it seemed to make sense to have people who are going to be guest streaming with me able to do stuff in the chat. I have noticed, and I don't quite know... I don't know if it's this mouse or if it's because I'm streaming, but this is being a little bit juddery on the turns, and it isn't usually. I think it's a mouse thing, you know. Oh no, still doing it. I need to pay a bit of attention to that and make sure that I can go and do some testing and figure out what's causing that and if I can fix it another time. Don't want any of that. Ooh, sun. Is that sun coming up or sun going down? You demand rights. Okay. So, what rights do you want? You tell me. It is the sun coming up. Right. How about I go and try and find some reindeer on the coast then? Because that means I can both see the sun coming up and maybe also see Santa taking his reindeer off into the bright red light in the sky. For anybody who doesn't know, by the way, we are on release on Southern Freedom Isles. I totally forgot to say that, but we're just outside of my deed, Brambleheim. Hello, little crab friend. And I'm on the Eastern Peninsula. So all the way over here on the east side of release. Hellscorp. Don't really want to stop and fight you. But I bet there's going to be swathes of reindeer around what used to be Silver's Deed. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I mean, I'm surrounded by woodlands mostly, and I'm getting plenty of reindeer spawns here. I don't know if the spawn rates are affected by different kinds of terrain, but I'd imagine because it's an event, they're not. They're not. Did I announce the stream in Wurm? Yes. I put it in Global. I put it in Freedom. I even put it in Discord. I was very good. I announced it places, all by myself. I remembered. You know, I thought there would be loads of reindeer here, but actually there's just loads of spiders. Cool, quite a lot of spiders. And a horse. Yeah, little reindeer. Come say hello. Hello, Ratty. I don't want you. Can't feed you reindeer food. Oh, no. It's going to take more than a few streams, Bun, but... Oh, there we go. Hello, little friend. It's a venerable one as well. It wasn't going to be long for this world anyway. Let's give it a good farewell. So does that mean we also get to see Santa arrive? Oh, yes. Yes, we do. Hang on a minute. I can only see under the sled. Oh, that's cheeky. That's cheeky. He's hiding. Do you know what? Next time I need to try quicker to see if I can wave at him. I need to know now. Oh, little Venice in the sunrise. So lovely. Oh no. Who's been killing reindeer? Was it was it all of these crocodiles? Maybe. I don't know actually whether hunter mobs are predating on my nice speed. Well, this is my champion horse, one of my champion horses, which doesn't actually affect their speed, but theoretically means that if I want to take them into things like rifts and goblin camps, they're a little bit tougher. What are we on? See, this one's only a 3-speed. I mean, but it's missing the water one, which is the one you don't notice anyway. But it is... is this an ebony or is this an Appaloosa? Don't actually know, you know. But I've picked up all my stuff again, so I'm not even travelling lightweight anymore. I'm back up to 129 kilos. So I'm carrying quite a lot. I went and picked up all the rest of my tools. Oh no, you got a mission to kill deer. And I suppose somebody tested to see whether or not reindeer counted? You know, I was just thinking, gosh, it's taking a long time to kill these because I keep forgetting that I'm hitting them with a bloody candy cane. Oh no, I don't want more snowman heads. Oh, someone tested that, did they, Bun? And what was the answer? You brute. I wonder if anybody's going to get a mission spawn to kill reindeer, because that does sometimes happen where they introduce a new thing for an event and the mission system just yoinks it. Hopefully not. Someone. It worked brilliantly. Because of course, every time you kill a deer or two, another one spawns. Oh, okay, maybe if I leave this snowman head behind, somebody else who won't already have a cupboard literally full of them and will want it. You never know. I wish those things decayed in the wild. They're like worm glitter. They're everywhere. You can't get rid of them. Everywhere you look, there's more of them. I'd better be getting some good skill from this. I'll tell you what, let's just shuffle that up a bit, because that's actually in an annoying place. What are we up to now? 15.9. How's my fighting skill doing after I killed myself twice yesterday? I mean, it's going to take a while before it ticks again, I think. Maybe I would be better to look in my skills log for that. No, I'm back up to... No, I'm back up to barely anything. I'm up to 91.85, down from 92.33. I should... maybe I should keep track of how long it takes to regain that before I go and throw myself off a mountain again. Not that I particularly care, in fairness. Yeah. I mean, and I mean, I don't go like most things. I don't go skilling fighting deliberately. So my fighting skill pretty much just comes from me encountering things when I'm going about doing other stuff that I care about more in Wurm. So that's why I'm not all that hurt when my fighting skill drops. I used to be a lot more miffed when I lost something like carpentry or archaeology, which is why I finally switched to Path of Knowledge instead of Path of Love. What do you mean my inventory contains too many items? Whoops! Is it because I foraged all the things? Oh my god, what's Crim got in her pockets is everything. Everything. What does Crim not want to take home? That's a tricky one. That can go. Ooh, another tiny bell. No. Oh, I've got so much stuff. I don't want that. Oh my god, I don't want... You know what? I'm going to do what I always do, which does not make for lightweight movement. I'm just going to chuck it somewhere where I can't see it for now. Like that. Whee! Problem solved. Do I care about any of this? That's all just stuff I've dropped. Out of interest, can you guys now hear that burst of like kind of white noise? It's kind of like wind. It sort of like either like wind blowing or kind of like white noise on television. Worm has been doing this to me for the past few months, and it never used to. And I can't work out if it's something that I've done or if it's something that's changed in the Worm code, but I keep getting those kind of like 10-second bursts of sort of like staticky wind sound, and then it just cuts out again as quickly as it came. I don't know what triggers it, but it's bugging me. No, okay, so clearly not just you, Ruffle. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Santa needs you back. But I noticed it. I think I only noticed it when I first started testing stuff for stream, and so I was doubting myself, and I was, woo, where'd it? Oh, there it goes, and I was wondering if woo, bye. I think I need to feed them, and then I need to ride away so I can get a good look from the side. When the wind changes, is that a serious response, Robbie, or a funny one? I haven't actually looked to see whether the weather changes. But was that enough for the next gift? No, need to do more. But I started noticing it around the time that I started doing stream testing, which is why I was wondering if actually it was something that I had done in sort of testing settings and things. Right, let's just get a little bit further away from this one so we can get a better view. You know, I can see stuff on the sleigh, but I just can't see Santa, and I'm unconvinced. Oh, no, there he is. He is there. Bye. Kind of feel like, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to try and wave at Santa. Oh, you can see him going quite a way, though. Was that enough for another gift? No. Okay, good. I'm going to get one more chance. At least. And there's another one. Hello, reindeer friend. Throw a snowball at him. Do you know what? I might actually. There's plenty around. Let's do some testing in a minute. But first of all, let me just make some more reindeer food. You'll do. I feel sorry for new players trying to do this. Well, I suppose you just get more veg. But I thought they'd made it absolutely super easy for everybody. But my cooking skills are quite good. And I tried doing it on an alt with no cooking skill, and then it's about 50% chance, I think 45% chance of making reindeer food, but I don't imagine it does much more than damage it. If you don't succeed. Let's do another one. Do I want to go and get some snowballs first? Yeah, maybe. Right, snowballs. Then I'm going to feed that reindeer, and then I'm going to try and throw something at Santa and wave at him before he disappears. The trouble is, I'm not even sure that you'd be able to... God, that was some juddering right there. I'm not even sure that you'd be able to select him to throw anything at, which is why I meant to test the wave, but we're going to find out, I guess. Check the percentage to your next gift in the... Ooh! Ah! Yeah, well done. I didn't even think of that. 81%, yeah, so this should be the last one. So there's my snowballs. No, come back. Come back, little dear. Oh, hello, troll. We are very close to where my second and third deeds in Wurm were, because that's Little Venice over there. And this bit of land here, in fact, we are literally right there. It was this bit here. I had, when I first moved over to the Eastern Peninsula back in, I want to say 2014, I had a deed here called Red Vale, and then I had another one called Laravan. And then when I spawned back in after a break in 2019, we spawned back in this spot, and somebody else had it deeded at the time, and the whole thing had been terraformed. I mean, the land looks quite different now. So I just wandered south along the coast, basically, to see what had happened with the terrain here. And when I came across the spot where Brambleheim now is, I was like, oh, this is a nice little hillock. This is cute. It was very undeveloped. And I was like, this seems like a good space. I still like this bit of the map. I still like this terrain. So I popped a little deed down there. And now it's gigantic. And by gigantic, I mean, so on this Eastern Peninsula, Brambleheim stretches from about here down to here. So, over a map tile. Whoops. Now, where did that reindeer go? Where'd you go, little friend? Where did I lose you? Ah, all the way over there. Or is that a different one? Who cares? You know lots of things, Ruffle. But it's worthy of celebration all the same. Oh, look, there's loads of them here. You need permission to feed that to the aged reindeer. Well, there you go, there's another thing we've learned. You cannot feed them on other people's deeds. Just gonna have to keep going till I find one. Oh, look, there's one. There's one. A babby. Right, last one. So we're going to feed you. Get a snowball ready. And see if we can... Oh, damn it, he's under trees. I did not plan this terribly well, did I? Gosh, why is that being so juddery? I can't... Oh! No, don't you dare refresh loop me. Give it back. No! That's not fair. That is so unfair. Is the game just refreshing in general? Nope. It's just Santa. Santa on a refresh loop. I shall test this further at a later point. Old reindeer curses you as you throw a snowball at her. There you go. That's another way to check the gender of a of a mob. You can lob things at them, apparently. So now we know. And there we go. There's my second gift. So, if a gale starts, you'll hear wind, maybe randomly. So is that it? Does that mean... Oh, whoops. Should just say hello. So does that mean we now have a gale? We had a gale earlier. Well, I'm going to test that now. Every time I get that really annoying sound, I will see if there's a gale. I mean, I guess it's kind of helpful to have an indicator in the game. I just wish it wasn't that one because it's really annoying white static. Oh, Chica's about as well. Is that what's happening over there? Maybe, possibly. Someone's fighting goblins. Hello, Riga. How are you? I'm just pottering about doing some festive stuff. We have just tried and failed to interact with Santa when he comes to pick up his reindeer. Go away, spider. But I need to test it some more. He was on a refresh loop. I was trying to wave at him or throw snowballs at him. My goodness. What is with that juddering? I definitely need to do some testing with that. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, shiny things in my pockets is. Yeah, it wouldn't let me throw a snowball at Santa, but I have only had one attempt. So I'm going to try some more times, but not on Crim, because I've still got some... Oh, I haven't seen a young one yet, because I've still got several alts premiumed up for care slots and for Christmas presents that I need to do it on. So... And people say they don't have neighbours. I've got neighbours. I only have to ride 2 minutes to see them. But I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like having people just outside local so you can go and say hi. Little chook. In fact, I think that might be a chook that I ran off my deed earlier when I was trying to drop my deed ratio. And I ran a bunch of things up north towards Robbie. Sorry, Robbie. Yeah, I like the holiday events too. And I know I've seen some people expressing concern that it's essentially become a scavenger hunt now instead of just a reward. I really like the interactive element, but I can also see what they're saying. Like, it used to be a thing that you went and spoke to Santa, or you went and got it from your tree, and now you have to put work in. And sometimes these events are next to no work at all. Sometimes they're a little bit more work, which is fine for me because I spend quite a lot of time in Wurm, but it's probably much more of a pain in the arse for people who don't get a lot of Wurm time at the best of times. See, there's reindeer literally everywhere. For people who are busy over the Christmas period with family things and stuff like that, or already didn't get a whole lot of time to do stuff in Wurm and then end up missing out. But on the plus side, I think in response to that feedback in previous years, we are now getting longer Christmas periods. I mean 3 weeks seems like a long one for Christmas, right? I mean, the window's definitely been shorter than that in the past. So, back on Brambleheim. No, I do not want to get off my horse because I'm going to be weighed down, aren't I? That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. So juddery. Why you not like it? So I'm going to open these up, but I have done this on a couple of alts already. So there's our hanging star lamp. Not that I yet have any ceilings to put them on. I feel like it was 3 days a long time ago. Yeah, but even more recently than that, I think a couple of years ago there was I'm sure a couple of years ago, one of the festive events, it might be that like the skill gain window was a bit longer, but the gift window was shorter, or maybe the other way around or something. But I definitely remember people being like, that's not a big enough window for anybody who's traveling over Christmas, especially if you've got to do stuff. And they do seem to have taken that on board. I need to do something. I need to drop my corpse off to you. Actually, that's why that's still there. Calvert's corpse was still here until earlier today, but I sailed Eschery back from the Lunalong, and I have gone and, as I said I would, put a gravestone in the crocodile pens to mark Calvert's corpse. Also, I liked these skins from the shop, and I bought quite a few of them, and these ones are all on rare boxes, but I haven't yet done myself a Christmas tree. So, as you'll see, like I'd love to say I put these up for Christmas, but actually I'm lazy and I haven't taken them down from last Christmas. But I haven't done myself a tree yet. We did like 5 trees at the villa, but none for me. So I've got those sitting there waiting for me to do a tree to put. Oh my god! Oh, okay, no, that's my Santa one. So what have we got? So we've got a brass Santa, we've got a bronze Santa, a tin. Oh no, I've got another tin Santa. Does anybody want to swap a tin Santa for something I don't have? I suppose for balance, I should put him in the hearth as well. I don't like it when I get duplicates. It's like these bloody... I mean, in fairness, he's better than these things. These horrors from last year. Oh, he hates them. He hates them, and that's why they're in the secret passage, where I don't have to look at them. You just pop back through the wardrobe, Daughter Narnia, and that's where they're tucked and hidden. Yeah, so Yeah, I think the Santas. What are you blaming at? All of those elves. I know they're just horrifying, aren't they? Like, and this is like they're double decked on this as well. So we've got like back to front all the way along there, and all the way along here. I got so many of them, hoping I would get a Serral one because the Serral ones look quite nice. But I did not get one, and you know what? Whatever. It's not like I'm actually displaying them anywhere anyway. Look at my little dragon on his hoard of eggs. Eee. Oh, what? Oh, I forgot. This is my champion shark, which is currently tucked out of the way. You know, where it's neatly out of the way. You know, while I found somewhere else to put it in my archaeology den. And what's really exciting is its teeth. This ridiculous thing. It's just decaying super slowly because it's in the house. And I totally meant to take it somewhere and prank somebody with it, naming no names, but I keep forgetting to. What did I even come in here to do? Oh, yes. So I've unwrapped my gifts. I've got a star lamp, but I don't currently have any ceilings to hang it from, so... Also, I don't think I've got any lingonberry planks, which is a shame, because lingonberry ceiling would be quite nice in the little lounge. But I suppose I could settle for something else. So I think maybe... The trouble is, I quite like... I find the ceilings a little bit low in Wurm, particularly given things like wagons clip into them, so a lot of my buildings are like 2- and 3-storey, like this one. And putting ceilings in here would spoil it, because I deliberately made this one big enough, this is my archaeology den, that I could display the archaeology statues at full height without them clipping into stuff. So I've got this gallery level that I can put my archaeology statues on when I get around to completing any of them. So I don't really want to put ceilings in here because the pitched roof was kind of half the point. My shipbuilding yard is kind of the same as well. Like, I built my shipbuilding yard in such a way that the pitched roof would fit a part-built caravel in here. So there are a lot of places on my deed where actually I don't feel compelled to put ceilings, but there are some places where I absolutely can. You made a wagon last year and stuffed it full of containers and elves and unfinished sleds. Nearly into one wagon. You know what, I've got a load of things like that tucked away places, so up in my little carpentry nook, I've got a raft on the floor, which I think is where all of my sleds are sitting. Maybe I should actually build a sled this year, since I never got around to doing one last year. This is where all the unfinished things live. Yeah, look. Maybe we should finally build one. I've got 16 unfinished decorative ships in here. Whoops. You can tell that Crim gets distracted in the middle of doing stuff. However, before I get excited doing ceilings and stuff, there were some other things I wanted to try with reindeers. What? Do you know what? That juddering is happening at odd times as well. Because it's not all the time. I wonder if it's when it's loading a bunch of stuff. So I tamed and brought a couple of young reindeer back, which I have it on good authority from Robbie. It is possible to breed. Let's try that again. But it's going to be a few days before we find out whether they actually breed teeny tiny baby reindeer, or whether they just breed as normal deer in the same way that beefalo do. Haven't actually seen what you get on the pop-up. Adapted well to colder climates. Is that a new miscellaneous trait? Or did that one already exist? Anybody know? I don't remember seeing that one before, and I feel like maybe that's... Have they just put an extra trait into the pool? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? So... breed... They're breeding. I'll let you know in like 5 to 8 days. Yeah, I didn't think I'd seen it before either, Bun. But in fairness, I don't pay such close attention to the miscellaneous traits, so it's always possible I miss something. 8 days and 3 hours. Okay. So that's one experiment right there. Hello, little chook. Oh, I know what I meant to do. Has anybody looked at the reindeer food model yet? She says, walking into her own wall. Is it a good one? Is it a generic food one? Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't mind me just popping back out through the fireplace. Ooh! Oh, look, it's got sparkles and everything. Now I want a rare one for the rare tables. Yeah, Bun, that is a long one. That's all right, though. I'm not in any hurry, and my deed ratio is going to be shot anyway. I wonder how fast that's going to decay. Oh, look, there's a raspberry. It's got an actual raspberry on the side. It's kind of like bird feeder balls. It is. It's shiny. I mean, it's letting off the same kind of sparkles as the festive gears and things, isn't it? And the reindeer, I guess. So, okay, another experiment time. That one is not on an LMC. So I'm just going to leave that there for a few days and see if and how quickly it takes damage. Your graphics card does not approve. I wonder, can you turn them off in the same way that you can turn the festive ones off? So you can't turn that off. Never checked whether you can turn the reindeer off. But you can turn these off. Kick them. Like that. But if you've got them made into displays, like this one was made literally because they came in every metal type, but they don't have the metal type. They were just coloured for the metal types. So I spent ages working out what each of them were, and then I made a display and I labelled it so I would know what each of the colours corresponded to, because I'm a nerd like that. And turning all of these off would be a pain in the arse. My FPS, though, is not struggling with these, considering the amount of clutter and tat I have around my deed. It seems to be managing okay. I keep forgetting to open up these things as well. That's probably why. That feels like more maintenance. They can just stay there being pretty. You point at the Bun was here. Are you out treasure hunting, or did you just happen across one of Bun's abandoned treasure chests out in the wild, Ruffle? Just catching up on chat. I'm sorry if I've missed anything or missed anyone coming to say hi. Because I periodically glance. I know I do sometimes miss stuff. And now I'm getting distracted. Okay. I bought myself this little small magical chest, which I have never seen the point of until I decided that I wanted to go and do some backpacking adventures on stream with Ruffle coming in 2025. And I thought if you were going on backpacking adventures, one of the things that it would be quite cool to do would be to actually set up a camp and cook over a campfire. And in order to do that, I need a way to keep my ingredients fresh. So I have finally invested in a small magical chest. But if you happen to have one on deed and you don't like the way they look, they too tuck nicely under things, in particular under these nice wooden altars. The rest of my big ones are, as you will see, mostly tucked under marble tables, which are a convenient height for anybody who likes displaying things, because it means you can tuck them under a marble table, but then balance things on the LMC that you do not want to decay. Like all of these shiny things here, including that rare rune. So there you go. Pro tip. Ways to display things. It's a tent. If there would be an Ask a Dev anytime soon, I'd ask them what I could do to improve FPS or lag on deed. I know the common wisdom is to have less stuff. And I guess also maybe turning your item render distances down. I don't know. But the trouble is, like, I suppose the interaction between the settings that you've got in Wurm, the amount of stuff you've got in your area in Wurm, and your particular, I guess, graphics card and RAM and all those other things, is quite a tricky one to nail down. I struggle a little bit when I go to Impelongs, but usually not for long. I get some stuttering, and I get some of the refresh loops that everybody gets. But for the most part, actually, my setup does not struggle with FPS, which is why I have such over-decorated deeds and don't suffer for it. And then I'm reminded when somebody who does suffer with it comes to visit, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's really like kind of grind to a halt. So what do I want to do? Yes, what stuff? Well, so I mean, I assume deco stuff, like the stuff that it has to render. So it shouldn't be bothered by anything in containers, but I guess any kind of furnishings. And if you're somebody like me who has lots of little bits of tat, all of those, I guess, are pulling resources to render. My many eggs. That would probably be enough to make some people's Wurm fall over just there. That's interesting. So the performance update made yours worse, did it? Did I miss Willow? Where did I miss Willow? Hello. Hello, Willow. Nice to see you. I'm technically doing my second stream, but my first official one, because the first one was meant to be just a test one where I was testing a bunch of things, and this one is my official first one, but it's numbered number 2, so do what you like. But yeah, I mean, so this building has got quite a lot of clutter in it, but kind of any stuttering that I'm getting now, I think, is because I'm streaming. This is some kind of interaction with OBS rather than the way Wurm normally runs for me. So my assumption is it's the visual clutter that's the problem. Oh, no. They need to have that trait. It's cold up at the North Pole. Does that mean, Willow, that if we breed them, that miscellaneous trait is not going to pass on? Out of interest? Or are we going to be accidentally introducing a new trait into the pool? I suppose another thing to try would be to see whether you can actually crossbreed them with normal deer. I'm not sure why you would want to, but just out of interest. Not that I have a deed full of holy deer on pristine or anything. We'll find out. Yeah. Okay, so I tell you what I ought to do is make myself a goddamn Christmas tree, so that so this looks Christmassy again. It's going to be a felled tree, isn't it? So I better take a horse. Bun will what? What will bun? Also, have you ever looked inside guard towers? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I don't know why that pleased me the other day. I spent a good couple of minutes in there just being like, oh, look, that's pretty. What do I need? I need a pine tree. You'll do. You'll do. Oh God, is it pine nut harvesting season already? No, I don't need to harvest them. I'm going to pick a sprout. Because I never use pine sprouts, but maybe one day I'll need to. Rude. Let's kill this thing first. God, look at that. Look at that. 0% chance to attack up with my candy cane. Peeps and lies. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have to say, if you're somebody who plays in third person, which I am not, except when I'm trying to get a better look at my surrounds, I bet the trees mess with you all the time. My PC is not super powered, but decent enough. Yeah, I mean, I find that as well, Bun. Like Worm shouldn't draw almost all of my resources, but running one instance of Worm on these settings, which are pretty good, puts my computer memory up to 85 to 95% capacity. That said, I can run one of these, and I can run 5 or 6 tunes in like small windowed scavenger mode in the background before it starts to like all crash out. But pretty much anything that I play on Steam, like much more modern games with bigger draws on, presumably on my kit, don't get my don't get my PC up to the amount of memory that this one is using. I'm sorry, did I did I pan badly when I was too busy looking elsewhere? Oh my god, hang on, am I being a... No, I literally just haven't hurt it yet. All right, we're just gonna just temporarily just gonna switch back to the huge axe because that was painful. Oh, and this was a gift from 9 for the Christmas Day dragon I found last year, because apparently I didn't have anything better to do on Christmas Day except to be out in Wurm hunting, doing Christmas stuff. And I'd passed him on one of his alts out in the desert, just kind of like waved at each other on the way past. And he said, tell me if you see a dragon. I think they'd been searching for a while. And then lo and behold, from the desert he had literally just come from, poor guy. I rode in there and I was like, "Ooh, like that one." Right, good. What was I doing? I was chopping down a pine tree. Ooh, that weighs a lot. Oh, that weighs a lot. I was chopping down a pine tree and I was going to make myself a Christmas tree. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, anacondas in particular, they're already a pain to hit, even with a weapon I've got high skill in, so that was just going to take forever. But let's put those back for now. So, oh, look at that juddering. Oh, what even is that? What even is that? Come on, Claire, what are you doing? Whee, there we go. Cut down. Yeah, it's what's my short sword skill up to now? I mean, probably nothing because I didn't hit that with a short sword at all, but it's still not going to be brilliant, is it? No. Wrong one. Try again. Swords is up top. 16.11. Oh, my shields is even... Oh, my shields is not even yet at 12. No, we do not want to quit Worm, thank you. Yeah. So I apologise for that kind of visual stuttering that you folks are getting. It's something I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of testing with. I suppose with recording I might have to do some live testing sometime quietly, because it's not happening everywhere. It's just happening at certain like transitions between tiles, I think, which is weird. What else do I need? I need wood scrap. Wood scrap. And I will finally get me a Christmas tree just in time. I don't think there's actually anything for us to do with Christmas trees this year, is there? Because last year we gave them festive objects, but I think this year all of the interaction is with the reindeer. So I think they are just decorative this year. I know I went and spoke to Santa and Santa was like, sorry, I got nothing for you. Ooh. I run into things. I run into walls in real life almost as much as I do in Worm. I should tell you something. Let's have a tree. I'm sad that I don't get to do anything else with my stockings, but on the other hand, extra deco. I'll take it. And we have a tree. It's not a very high quality tree, but it will last till after Christmas at least. Is it now going to tell me that I've got too much stuff in this corner to place? No, we're good. All right. Let's just... Okay, no, now it's telling me I've got too much stuff there. This is a weird interaction as well. When it tells you you've got too much stuff to place, to push and pull things, it will still let you place them. And I'm reluctant to say this, possibly still with Willow in chat in case this is not a feature as intended, but that's what has allowed me to do what I am doing upstairs with these Puzzle King balls, where I've been trying to make myself a hot tub, which some of you will have seen on the warm-up screen, because this tile is definitely over capacity for objects, so I can't push and pull and turn them, I don't think. Let's. Oh no, it's going to let me turn that one. But it was letting me, maybe it won't let me drop them, but it will let me place them. But anyway, so I'm just going to keep sticking them on there until until it stops letting me do anything with them at all, and then I will have to settle for that amount of bubbles in my hot tub, and that will have to be it. Oh, my horse has fallen through the floor. Lovely. Right, now I've got the tree up. I suppose these should go under it. If it's going to let me put them all under there. Oh, that was a big judder. Yeah, see, it didn't like that corner. So many gifts. I'm pleased we've got gift boxes back in the game in some fashion. I'm sad that we can't just wrap stuff. And I know that it was a bit broken with it, like with the decay protection on the old ones. I would have quite happily had the ability to wrap stuff, and it does absolutely nothing except make it look pretty. I'd have been perfectly happy with that, but in the absence of those things, I will settle with I will settle for some skinned versions. Just you know, I kind of want to go back to Dragonfang and just hammer this in the ground somewhere. I'm sad I didn't get to put it down anywhere. So I got my Christmas tree. I kind of sort of got decorations that I didn't take down from a previous year, although I don't think I've got, I think these, I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I think some of these might actually be 2 years old that I hadn't taken down. I think the comets, they were extra ones last year, so evidently there's a couple of last year ones here as well, and the bells I think were from last year. And the reindeer, not that I can see any reindeer. I've got a couple of bells up already, they're cute, I like those. I'm going to be getting loads of extra bells and decorating with them, and upsetting other people's graphics when they come to visit. We can never go back to Dragonfang. Are you traumatised from that hour or whatever it was we just spent clinging to the side of a vertical cliff face? Tell you what, my back is still hurting today as well. What was I going to do? I think I've probably got some more of last year's decorations that I never got round to actually doing stuff with. So that's 2024 Halloween stuff. Have I got 2023 Halloween stuff? Oh, I bet some of these are from 2023. Shh, don't look. Crim is excellent at acquiring archaeology frags and terrible at then doing anything with them. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I have got some reindeer. Not many. In fact, I think the only reason that all of these have been chipped is because I was trying to drum up some extra decorations so that we could do Calvert's Villa. Let's have at least one reindeer on the wall. The bells are nice. Yeah, I like the bells. I like the reindeer too. I can't. I think I did quite a lot of archaeology last year, but because every time something new gets added into the archaeology pool, I don't know if the levels of all of the others get adjusted, but I'm sure other people have got the same thing as me, where I've got hundreds of stars, for example, and trees, and really very few, by comparison, things like reindeer and comets and stuff. So I'm a little bit sad that I don't have a slightly more balanced things. Like, I know that the baubles were a slightly slower drop anyway, but like, I don't know, I took maybe 3 or 4 comets and reindeer over to Calvert's Place, I think, and there are not that many there. What have I got? Another Christmas one? There is another Christmas one. And that's just leftover stars and fir tree ones. So I would like more reindeer and comets and bells than I have, but maybe I should pick up some extra this year. But I don't know, now that they've also added in the festive parts to the archaeology pool and the last 2 years bits, I think it remains to be seen what the levels of stuff we get are like. I might try and isolate all of those frags and mark them as 2024 ones and just see what it turns out as once I've chipped a few hundred of them, just out of interest. Don't think I've got... What? Oh. Fit in the bucket. I think that's all Halloween ones as well. Yeah, I really need to get back on that. These ones are okay because these are all in a large magical chest, but my original archaeology storage solution, which I do still use for everything that's not in there, is this, which incidentally, if you're struggling to find a way to store stuff and you don't like big unsightly furniture, this is a nice way to do things. So this is a large storage unit nested into a backwards bookshelf, which gives you this nice kind of crisscrossy paneling stuff. And then in one of those, I've got loads and loads of backpacks, but actually there's an even more efficient way to do this, which I have implemented on other people's deeds, but not yet on my own, and that is an amphora rack, which contains 30 amphora, big or small, and then in the amphora you can fit an awful lot of pet bowls, and I think you can fit 72 frags in a pet bowl, so that's the most efficient storage method I found, but I have not yet, ooh, that's going to pop, I've not yet changed any of mine stuff over it, so mine is currently full of backpacks, full of buckets, and at some point I need to move over to an even smarter system, but I have not yet. So this is my storage unit of shame. Blue. Which I do keep. I really need to get back to chipping my frags. Nobody tell Myra. I think she's asleep at the moment. Just don't tell her. Just don't tell her. You're still backpacks in buckets, and yeah. Like some of these, I started to move over to pet bowls. Pet bowls instead. That's the identified one. I think it's one of the unidentified ones. So that one's a buckets one. There we go. That one's a pet bowls one. So I've started switching some of them over to pet bowls, but they're all still in backpacks, and actually it's the backpacks that are the problem. One of the reasons that pet bowls are one of the best storage things in the game for things of a certain size is you can make them at such high quality, whereas backpacks, you make it really low quality and then you have to imp them and keep repairing them. Those pet bowls, like, they're not even taking damage ticks, really. They tend to take, depending on your carpentry, I guess, but they tend to take kind of the quality of the log that you're chopping them off of. So those are 50s and 70s, but actually I've got tons of pet bowls that are at like 90s and they just never take damage. So that is now far and away my preferred storage method. It's raining. I can hear it. That's interesting. That rain sound stopped as soon as I went to the window, but the rain has not. It's not raining indoors though, which is interesting because we were talking about that the other day about getting fog indoors or it raining indoors, and clearly we have rain but not fog. So anyway, you can get back there for now. Do I make ice cream? Or do I put a ceiling up so I can hang my stars? I suppose I would also need to get some archaeology done to go and get some of the new snowflakes. There's just too many things and I can't choose which ones to do. But on the other hand, the ice cream has more of a timer on it because I need to send it to people for Christmas. So maybe... I don't know why I'm leading that again. I don't need that. Let's go and do some ice cream. I did consider making a sled, but I can't be bothered at the moment. Have I still got an inventory full of tat? Yes, I do. I should do something about that as well. Let's go, and that jump shark is ridiculous. Let's go and drop this off in one of my many food storage bins that keeps all of my creatures fed. Hello, little friend. Has anybody else started doing archaeology yet? I kind of have to do it like when I can sit down and do it for several hours at a time. I can't do it in bits and pieces because I've got to take a cart full of backpacks out and do like whole deeds at a time. So I'm gearing up towards that one. Those are all going to be high quality, but any of that can go in there, can go in there. Yes, yes, yes. No, but soon. Yeah. I suppose I wanted to I thought I should get my Christmas gifts done and out of the way first. Both the ones that I need to make for people and also the in-game ones from Toons, and then focus on archaeology, which is possibly the wrong way round because I need to allow 48-hour cooldowns on my favourite archaeology sites, assuming other people aren't also doing stuff with them. You know what? This is the thing I hate most about foraging and botany, because what I should do is just chuck it all. But my brain is like, no, that might be useful. You've got a place where that belongs. And that's what happens here, where I'm like, I could throw it all in the trash, or I could neatly organise it all into its own storage. This is why I never get things done in Wurm, folks. I think I should adopt Calvert's method of just dropping things in piles all over my deed until they bug other people enough that they come and tidy them up for me. Thanks, Calvert. Happy taxiing. I definitely won't portal over and tidy up all of those arch frags that you left all over your deed. Having said that, yeah, that's how you end up with yeah, well, I tried very hard to avoid crates of miscellaneous items, but it does mean I spend a lot of time traipsing all over my deed, putting stuff away, sometimes in the wrong places, just because I don't want to drop it and waste it, which is very inefficient of me. Kind of what I need is like tidy piles where I drop everything and then every so often I just go and tidy them all up instead of doing it in dribs and drabs. I'm sure these streams are going to drive Bun nuts with the amount of time I spent not gaining any skill at all and just pottering. I have spent entire days pushing, pulling, and just turning stuff and like experimenting with decoration, and I have absolutely spent the best part of a day just organising things sometimes. Also, at some point in the last few months, something, I don't know which patch notes were responsible, changed the distances at which I can access some of my things, and it has thrown off my beautifully organised cooking system where I used to be able to stand right here and access all of this all at once. And now I've got to do a load of shifting around. You know, I saw a flash of red out the corner of my eye, and hello, Pom.
Hello.
And and for some reason I was like, that's probably nothing. Let's be polite. I like your Santa form. Also, is it me? Or has Santa gotten an upgrade this year? I'm sure that previously Santa has been like bad Santa. This looks like a much nicer and more nuanced Santa than we've had in the past. Out of interest. Oh, I'm just going to have to reopen that, aren't I? Blood of the Horde. I have met my maker. Hi, Pom. What was I doing? Oh, yes, I was... I was grumbling about not being able to reach any of my things anymore. Oops. Come on, you silly bugger. Oh, see, now, so my bulk container unit will open from here, but this will not, and Or is that because it's already open? Maybe I take that back. But it's definitely getting trickier to reach stuff on my upper levels. Facelift and tummy tuck. Okay, but those robes are looking pretty fancy with the fur trim and everything. He definitely looks fancier. So good job with that. You know, I did think that. I went and saw a Yule board, and I was like, I swear Santa used to be a lot more dodgy. But good shout. Oh my god, I just, oh no, I don't want to. And you, what? Bye, Pom. She gonna disappear? There we go. And then this is what happens, where I'm like, oh my god, I can't be bothered halfway through. I'm just gonna deal with that later. Oops. And also, let's get rid of that too. Don't want problem for another Crim right there. Ice cream. Right, I was going to do some ice cream, so let me see. Somewhere here, I might, if I'm lucky, already have some cream in barrels. But if I don't, I'm going to have to make some. Fruit juices, I think, are actually going to be the thing that trip me up, because my beverages skill is not super. And I think these are going to be quite low quality ones. And even if I... oh, we've got some high quality apple juice. I think that's what we need for ice cream. I think we need fruit juice, cream, and snowballs. Yeah, look at that. You know what? I don't even know why I've got a load of low quality strawberry juice stored here. This is probably a legacy from years ago. But my beverage skill is not that fancy, and that's going to be the thing that reduces the quality of my Christmas ice cream, which makes me sad. Let's have a look. Cooking. Although, there you go, my dairy's not brilliant either. Butchering beverages 2026. It's all in the hot food cooking and the baking. Anyway, I distracted myself. So, ice cream. So fruit juices can go over there. Cow milk. Sauces and condiments. Probably don't have cream in there. I do not. You owe Astarte a raspberry ice cream. You could do a raspberry ripple one. That's in game. Don't want hot drinks and caffeine. That's all milk, vinegars, oil, and preserves. I've got something like, I don't know, 8 or 9 barrel. Oh, we've got cream. Something like 8 or 9 barrel racks stacked here in this nice little configuration. So I can select them all from this place. I just have to do a little bit of mousing to get to them all. And the way that you do this double stacking, for anybody that's interested, is some of these are stacked on the floor and some of them are stacked on shelves. So you can then kind of like layer and nest them in exciting ways. So that's my cream and my fruit juice. Somewhere here I've got one of these. Got a fruit press. What else am I going to need? Maybe a spoon. I think I'm about to realise, though, what's going to scupper me. And it might be that ice cream is one of the ones that requires a pottery bowl for every one you make. Let's find out. It might be one of the ones that you can't take out of the pottery bowl, but I guess we're going to see. So let's just do a little test. What quality is that? Acceptable. We're going to need to make some better cream, but we'll do a test one with some acceptable quality stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be some pretty poor ice cream. But never mind. And I suppose I better get some pegs out. Not from that one. Thank you. Because I'm going to have to reseal these as well at some point. I quite enjoy cooking in Wurm, but there is nothing. Oh, do you know what? That frustrates me as well. That right there. that I can open it from here, but I can't take things out of it from here because the distance at which you can take stuff out of containers is slightly different to the distance in which you can open the containers. Now? No. What? Now? Nope. Too far away. Oh, he hates it. He hates it. Have I... Oh. But the point at which you are close enough to take stuff out of the container, you then get the sandstone wall in the way, so you can't open it from here, but it will stay open at this distance if you have opened it from further away. So frustrating. Oh, so much like how you can peek in a cupboard but you can't reach the contents. Yeah. I mean, you know, in fairness, my arms should probably not be long enough to reach up there. But god damn it, it's so nice to have everything in reach of one tile. It was so nice to have everything in reach of one tile. Like, all of my barrels, all of my everything. It just makes me sad. But not as sad as it makes me to have to shuffle back and forward to open stuff and then take stuff out of stuff. That is my bugbear of the day. And I suspect it's probably less of a problem if you're interacting with stuff on the same level as you. I think this is partly an interaction with trying to take something off of an upper floor. So it's partly a problem of my own making, I reckon. Thank you. I think it's a pretty system as well. I'm quite proud of this one. It's it still needs it needs constantly being tweaked and improved. But it is a good way to get an awful lot of stuff in a small environment. And then we've got these planter racks with shelves nested under them, which is what allows me to put decoration between the planters for a bit of visual interest, because I think the planter racks can look a little bit empty with just the planters on them. And then, of course, they've got alchemist cupboards nestled in as well. Right, enough chatter, she says. Oh, look at that quality 8 blueberry juice. This is... This is not going to be nice. Somewhere, let's not use the quality 99 ones. Have I got any low quality? We'll have one of those. How does one make ice cream? Let's find out. So, I already had a snowball. So a snowball, it's going to be in a pottery bowl. And I think it needs 20% of solids of juice and 100% of solids of cream. So yeah, I like the food system, but I wish that it was smoother and easier to actually do the making of stuff. It's really clunky, and you can set things up to make it a bit less clunky, but not much less, sadly. And so a lot of people just don't explore the cooking system at all. Don't go making things, don't do anything with recipes, and I kind of don't blame them. So what do we want? 20%, we're going to want something like 20 grams. 20 grams blueberry juice. Like when I'm making these en masse later, I will do a slightly more efficient setup where I'm dragging everything across at once and doing them in stacks of bowls, but even with that setup, it really doesn't improve it massively. And then 100% of solids is going to be about 100 grams, I think. We're about to find out if I've just done this all horribly wrong. Cream. Now, do we do it with our hand or do we do it with a spoon? Create food. Blueberry ice cream. Evidently you do it with your hands. Blueberry ice cream! You know what? The snowballs might be the saving grace for these. I mean, I will get better quality juice and cream than I'm currently using, but they're not going to be anywhere near as high as the snowballs. Can I take it out of the bowl? Yes, I can. So I don't need to go and make like 60 pottery bowls to put them in. Pretty good. How does it taste? More of an insight about medium metal shield. Tastes not at all nutritional. Pfft. Of course it's not. Oh, it's going to let me rename it though. I shall have to rename them all Merry Christmas. On the plus side, I must now have an ice cream recipe in my cookbook. So, and there it is. So I know you can do ice cream with all of the fruit juices, but there are other variations as well, which are even trickier, because there's saucy versions of ice cream, which I think requires you to first make fudge sauce. And I don't know how to make fudge sauce off the top of my head, but I could take a pretty good guess. Have I tried the ice cream and chocolate? Yeah, because you can do chocolate ice cream. I think you can do double chocolate ice cream, maybe, and you can do mint choc chip as well. But I don't know if I've got any chocolate in storage. What have we got? Miscellaneous ingredients. Oh, I have got some chocolate. We could try doing something chocolate related. Oh wait, hang on. We got chocolate for Halloween, didn't we? I've probably got shitloads of chocolate. Okay, let's let me go and have a look at my Halloween candy stash, and see if there's some chocolate that I can co-opt. Halloween, Halloween candy. This is embarrassing. Don't look too closely. Oh my god, that's also Halloween candy. Let's just not that I did an awful lot of door knocking this year. It was a good event. What can I say? Makes a very nice British one. Okay. Chocolate donuts. Okay, so let's have the chocolate from that. And chocolate. Surely there's more chocolate. You know what? There's a more efficient way to do this one as well, isn't there? Let's just do it that way. Let's have that. And that seems like plenty of chocolate to be getting on with. Grimbleat. Wait. Where's a Grimbleat? Where's it? Oh, are you just excitedly shouting Grimbleat? I was gonna say I don't think I put Grimbleats in here. Do you know what? I like these with these cornucopias. They can be quite difficult to fit into your decor if you're having them like wholly visible, but they tuck really nicely into stuff. So you can sort of tuck them into things like LMCs. You can tuck them into ovens. They tuck really nicely into corners. And if you have anything like this bar set up, they also tuck quite neatly into arches. And if you position them just right, you shouldn't see that one's kind of got its tail poking out. So I need to do a little better with that one. But this one, I think, is positioned just right that the rest of it is wholly encompassed by the wall. You just like to shout Grimbleat at any opportunity. We should ask Calvert to add a Grimbleat something so that you can maybe it'll surpass pants as your favourite emote on stream if we give you a Grimbleat one. Okay, chocolate. What else was I going to try? Mint, maybe. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try as many as possible with the low quality stuff, figure out what's difficult to make and what's not. Then I need to go and make a plan tomorrow or Monday and set up my little conveyor belt, my process for making all my Christmas ice cream. Oh my god, can we make pineapple ice cream? I think we need to find out now. Am I going to be at the right distance? Yes, good. Okay, cool. But, oh, hang on. How much juice do we get out of a single pineapple? I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here now and get thoroughly distracted, and I still haven't put that reindeer up on the wall. Shh. Where is my fruit press? It was hiding because it was rare, so I couldn't see it. So, let's create some pineapple juice. Ooh. Okay, that was the sound that Robbie says signals a gale. Not that I knew what the weather was before, but there is indeed a gale coming from the south, so thus far it holds true. Okay. How much juice did I say we needed before? I think it was about 20 grams. So we should be all right. Time to find out if we can make pineapple ice cream. which doesn't sound great now I say it, but I feel compelled. I wonder if we can make coconut ice cream. I have to try that one as well. Probably not. I tell you what else I haven't tried, and Ruffle, I don't know if you have or anybody else who has faux priests. Has anybody tried juicing the special faux fruits for like Drake melon juice, for example? I can't imagine that there's a corresponding recipe, but I feel like somebody should test it just to see. Just saying. Incidentally, if you are collecting, I mean, I know it's more difficult to collect faux tree stuff right now because the wishing trees are not working properly, but Wargsbane is a really pretty model, and it decays, it appears to decay much slower than the others. So just experimentally, I put a Drake melon and a Wargsbane and a couple of the other ones out on the side on Calvert's place when we were decorating, just to see how they fared. And the fruit ones, perhaps unsurprisingly, didn't last more than a couple of days, but the Wargsbane is still there, I think. It's still going strong. So, I've only got one Wargsbane. I should have spent more time at faux trees before we broke them. But it's a really pretty model, so if you haven't put it down somewhere, do. Look at that colour. So lovely. And even if it's not an LMC, it seems to be lasting quite a while. If we're very lucky, it might last as long as things like oleander and camellia do, because they last quite a while just left on surfaces. So yeah, that's a really pretty colour. If you've got a bunch of them, decorate with them. It's a nice model. In fact, they're all quite interesting models. It's just that the other ones decay super fast. What was I doing? I got distracted. Pineapple juice. Okay, first of all, let's move that out so that I don't have to scroll as far and get ever so slightly more efficient. Those can go up there because I don't need those right now. Don't actually need my spoon for this, so I suppose my spoon can go back down. Don't yet need my spoon for this, I should say. I wonder if I can also do it with a spoon as well as my hand. I'll try that in a second. So, right, we said 20 grams of this. 20 grams of pineapple juice. I really hate that sound. That's going to make me need to pee. 20 grams of pottery juice. I had a spare snowball somewhere already, so let's chuck that one in there, and then let's get a second measuring jug so we don't have to keep changing them up. Oh god, I gave all of my spare measuring jugs to Calvert. Actually, there's probably one in my inventory because I also use one for imping. Where's it going to be? It's going to be in my tool belt. Yes, there we go. Winner. Out you come. Okay. So that one's set to 20 grams, and the other one I think we needed was 100. Let's see. Oh, that sound's going to drive me nuts. Can we make... Let's try it with hand first, I suppose. Can we make... Oh, no pineapple ice cream. No. It's not even going to let me. Law, do not make any known recipe. So sad. But now we know. Is there anything else I want to try and make with pineapple juice while I've got it? Not really. Let's just drink that. Which probably means we also can't make coconut ice cream. Do I have any pre-made coconuts? Do I? Let's see. While we're here, I suppose we might as well also test. Let's test one of these, but I imagine if we haven't got pineapples, we're almost certainly not going to have faux fruit versions of things. I know you can use them in some recipes, but I think it's the recipes where you can use any fruit, but the recipe itself doesn't change based on the fruit you put on it. So they can be used in cooking because that was kind of the whole point. They I don't know, they add stuff to it. I haven't actually tried cooking with any of them. What was I looking for? Coconuts. Do I have any coconuts? I have some coconuts. But while we're here, we might as well for science. Can you make coconut ice cream? No, you cannot. And can... Oh, wait, hang on. Critical error there. That's a coconut, not coconut juice. Can we juice coconuts? First question. You don't do it by putting it in the fruit press. Come on, Crim. Just... Oh. Try again. It is that way. Is it that way round? Am I doing it the wrong way round? Or can you just not juice a coconut? You can't juice a coconut. What about a Drake melon? No Drake melon juice. What if you make the ice cream first? Okay. I'm going to be frustrated if different ice cream recipes have to be made in different orders. But. So let's make ourselves some ice cream. Can we use a coconut on it? Or a Drake melon? Chocolate. Can we try putting... I mean, I can't juice it, so I can't add juice to the bowl regardless. But, do you... So there's... Oh, there's our flakes. Yeah. Nice. Do you know what? I didn't know that we could do that. Thanks, Willow. That's an ice cream I don't think I knew existed. Very good. Oh, why is that one such good quality? Because it's high quality snowball and high quality chocolate. Interesting. Okay. So actually what I should have done instead of eating the first one was just keep sticking them on the side so I can keep track of what ones I've done. So if that makes you a flake ice cream, then presumably to make chocolate ice cream, you do them in a different order. And maybe for the double chocolate ice cream, we add chocolate to chocolate ice cream. Let's find out. What do I need? I need more snowballs for a start. Snowballs. Woo! No, that's not the direction I wanted to go. Snowballs. So let's have a couple of those. We've still got plenty of crap quality cream, so we'll carry on with that. One of those. I'm sorry for all of the very watery sounds for anybody who is sensitive to those. Ooh, a 99 what? What was a 99? Oh, as in a flake, yeah. Yeah. As in an ice cream. Is that? Maybe it's not maybe chocolate. Maybe I need to make it with... Oh my god, is it going to be cocoa or is it going to be cacao? I never remember which way round these went. Were cocoa beans the original one? I don't remember. Let's do some experimenting and see. Let's take that one back out for now. Where's the chocolate pile? Probably need to actually do something with the cocoa beans instead of trying to do them in bean form. But, you know, just in case. So, how are we going to process beans? In a grinder, in a mortar and pestle? Not at all. What do we reckon? Or with some kind of implement? Wait, did I not put my spoon back? Oh, I swear I went to put my spoon back down and then I probably got distracted by something. Right. Don't know. Let's try some things. Can we process? Do you know what? I don't know. I don't think I've ever paid attention to whether you can activate either item to do this kind of stuff or whether it has to be one or the other. But there we go. So that's, here we go, that'll answer the question. So that's with the mortar and pestle activated on the cocoa beans. If I activate the cocoa beans on the mortar and pestle, I can still do it. Cool, so it works either way around. So there's our cocoa. So I can put the grindstone back down. I think that the grindstone is pretty much just for cereals. So there's our cocoa. Try again. Is it? Oh, why? What? Hang on. I haven't got my hand activated. Is it gonna? Yeah. Chocolate ice cream. What do you mean insufficient materials? So it's going to be because the cream is based on the amount of solids and the cocoa has significantly increased the amount of solids in it. So I'm going to need more cream. More cream, more cream. Can do that. I think it's going to need 2 more. I would really like a toggle to just turn the food and water sounds off. Just saying. They're the ones that bother me the most. And if you do cooking, you just get them constantly. Is that now going to be enough? Yeah. Yes. Yes, that is now going to be enough. Chocolate ice cream. Yeah. I wish I enjoyed cooking this much in real life. I just don't. I have my moments where I enjoy cooking, but I just get fatigued by it really quickly, and then food is just work. Okay, so that's our chocolate ice cream. I'm sure you can make double chocolate ice cream. The question is, do you do it with chocolate? Do you do it with cocoa? So it wasn't the cacao beans we wanted, it was the cocoa beans. So let's try doing it with cocoa. Close you. I feel like you should be able to use solid chocolate in something. Maybe that goes in like the mint choc chip ice cream where you actually want chips, but then you'd think double chocolate would have chips. I don't know. What do I want? Not the fruit press. I want the mortar and pestle. So let's turn all of you into cocoa. Doing science. Oh, the scraping noise of masonry. I don't like. I tell you what, the placement sound as well is kind of annoying. You'll notice when I put this down, if I place something, that scraping sound kind of sets my teeth on edge. Maybe it wouldn't bother other people as much as it bothers me, but my neurospicy brain's just like anytime. So how about cocoa and chocolate ice cream? Reactivate my hand. Can you add your hand to your tool belt so it's also activated? I haven't actually tried that. That is not the way, is it? Because actually it's no longer done in a pottery bowl, maybe? What if we use the cocoa on it? Can't do that. What if we use chocolate on it? Can't do that. But I can't use coconut on it either. What? Let me have a look. Have I got it in my not in-game one? I'm sure. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. So my other recipe crib sheet suggests that you make double chocolate ice cream all in one go, not by modifying chocolate ice cream. So let's try that. This is going to take so much cream. I'm going to need to recalculate. Okay, so cocoa and a snowball and also chocolate. 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh my god, this is going to be like 900 grams of cream. It's a good thing I don't much like this cream, and there is tons of it. So. Let's just try sticking a kilo of cream in it. No wonder it's so unhealthy. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? I might be tiring of my ice cream experiment soon, although I haven't done mint choc chip yet, in fairness. Where was I? Chocolate ice cream. I'm so confused. I've lost what I was doing. There we go. Okay, so it's in the measuring jug, and now it needs to go in the pottery bowl. Is that going to do it? There's your double chocolate ice cream. Yes. Assuming I don't fail. Hey! Yeah. Well, this has been a fun experiment. Yeah. You know what? I wish these were different colours, though. Snowball, cream, chocolate, and coke. Yeah. Yeah, you were right, Willow. That is it. I get that these are all the same model. I kind of wish that they were differently coloured models, but I suppose maybe that's asking a bit much. Alas, I cannot paint them. Just hand people painted food. Do I want to bother making fudge sauce? I'm not sure that I do want to right now. Oh, I've still got my double chocolate. Hang on. Flake, chocolate. I didn't put my double chocolate ice cream down. Just you go there. So anybody who gets ice cream from me and Wurm this Christmas, I just want you to acknowledge the slow and painstaking process that is going to have gone into making it. Slightly less slow and painstaking than this, but not enough. So we discovered that we couldn't actually juice either of those, didn't we? So but while I'm here and I've got all the stuff out, let's just try for mint choc chip. I don't know if the raspberry ice cream is just raspberry ripple by default either, or if you have to do something special to get the ripple. Yeah, it is. The cooking is like its own whole sub game. Same with fishing, to be honest. But then I think they're both Titch creations, aren't they? I think Titch was responsible for both of those. So those Titch's systems often did have that kind of granularity and depth, which some people love and some people hate. But it does mean that people don't tend to casually dip into either of these things. Like, it's quite hard to casually dip into fishing, and it's quite hard to casually dip into both Titch. Quite hard to casually dip into cooking, but there's so much depth in there if you can be bothered, and if you like experimenting with stuff and just seeing what works. There's kind of lots to be discovered. What was I going to try? I was going to try mint choc chip, wasn't I? So cocoa. I've run out of snowballs again. Cocoa, snowball. Wonder if it matters what kind of mint we have, and do we have to chop it? Guess we're going to find out. Because some things you can get spearmint and peppermint iterations of, but I wouldn't have thought ice cream is one of them. Where is all my mint? Is it because it's all quality 90 and above? What? Surely I haven't chopped it all. Where is my mint? Is it all quality 99 and above? Alright, well there's some chopped mint. Let's try one of those. And just in case it doesn't want it chopped while I'm here, let's have one of those two. Cocoa, snowball, chopped mint. Is it going to tell me to add cream? Does not make any known recipe. Let me try normal mint. But I might just have to start throwing cream in there and then see if it's not going to suggest something. Let's find out. So assuming that this was correct, that's going to be 200, 300, 350-ish grams, I think. So let's try for, I don't know, 400. sounds precious. No. No. Is this an add mint to chocolate? Is it the cocoa that's the problem? Let's try that just in case. That wouldn't particularly. Oh, there we go. This one requires chocolate, not cocoa, which makes sense because it's choc chip. I should have anticipated that, shouldn't I? That'll teach me. So we need more cream. 600, 700, 750. How much cream have we got in there? 400. Okay. Just do a couple more of those. And that should do it. Ta-da! How not to gain skill in Wurm. What have I actually gained? A teachy bit of cooking. Let's have a look. Just. My cooking has gone up by 0.001 from all of this very deft ice cream making. Squeezing those, whatever it was that I squoze, pineapples, and me 0.006. Yeah, I suppose that's the other thing with this as well. And fishing, you probably get better skill, but the other trouble, I think, the other difficulty with the cooking system is for all of its depth, there is no efficient way to skill it that is also an interesting way to engage with the system, which is a shame because there's some really cool stuff in the system, but the best way to skill it is pan filling basically. And even if you don't want to go for the most efficient method available to you, there isn't really any good way to be gaining skill at a reasonable pace just by cooking stuff, which makes me sad because there is so much depth there and I kind of love it. Mint choc chip ice cream. Success. Already know how to make maple ice cream. I'm just going to try raspberry while I'm here, so we find out whether there's a difference between raspberry ice cream and raspberry ripple, or if they're one and the same. So done with the mint, probably done with the cocoa for now, but let's not put it back in the wrong one. What do you mean I can't put cocoa there? That's just going to have to go in the LMC then, isn't it? Miscellaneous ingredients. You have some cocoa. And also a whole load of chocolate. Oh no, I can't fit all my chocolate in there. I'm just going to need another pet bowl. Blueberry juice. Have I still got my juice? One's open, I don't think I do. Fruit juices, where are you? Fruit juices. Do I have raspberry juice? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Last one. Last experiment. With ice cream. Not promising no more experiments with anything else. Quality 26. Ugh. I probably did actually make that. That's about what my beverages skill is at. So. Pottery bowl, I need one final. Oh, I've got too many things open. No. One final snowball. 20 grams of raspberry juice. And I need to set this one back to 100 grams, and hopefully that will get us our raspberry ice cream. Raspberry ripple. Now you can send some to Astarte. Why couldn't I have just decided to make like candy and spiced bread and cookies for everybody? Right, well that was a fun experiment, but I'm going to need to come back and do that a lot more efficiently, I think, later on, and fill in the rest of the fruit ice creams. I don't know, what recipe did it add? Does it add blueberry ice cream specifically, or does it add fruit ice cream? No, it's blueberry specifically. which presumably means you can get a recipe added to your recipe book for every fruit that you can juice for that, which is interesting. These need to go back in their barrel racks. So, fruit juices. Raspberry, blueberry, pegs. Now, what I really ought to do, actually, since they upgraded alchemist cupboards for us, is I suppose I should have working amounts of fruit juices in the alchemist cupboards and just have the barrels there to top them up with. That would definitely be a more efficient way to make use of the space, because I already have the alchemist cupboards there. Clearly I need to get on that. That's how I operate my dyes. Shrink jugs, and the cream needs to go back. Where was the cream from? Sweet treats. Sweet treats. So I heartily recommend somebody else to try Christmas baking. I'm sure it will drive you nuts. But on the other hand, maybe you'll discover a whole different bit of Wurm that frustrates you as much as the rest of Wurm. Maybe it'll be a good frustration. You never know. It might. Is that everything else put away? So let's put that back down. Where did you come from? You came from there. And I'm going to eat some ice cream as a reward as well. I'm going to send people ice cream with, like, tooth marks in it. Or just be like, yum, 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 yum. Nibbling my way across all of my test ice creams. That goes back up here somewhere. What? Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's, you place some mortar and pestle, but where? I think I might have accidentally just dropped it on the floor. Or have I placed it in some... Surely it's not possible to place it in something. Where did it go? It ate my mortar and pestle. Have I accidentally placed it in there? This is the downside of nesting all of your furniture so beautifully. There it is. I knew I'd dropped it. Missed the shelf. Yeah, sometimes things end up in weird places. Right. Good. Done. Sorted. Oh, you cook as well, do you, Willow? Robbie cooks as well. Although I was going to say Robbie only cooks at Christmas, but actually I don't think that's true. I think Robbie does cook other times as well. I mostly only end up cooking at Christmas, except for occasionally when I do the less exciting kind of cookings, like when I do affinity meals or pizzas and things for people. But that's kind of why I wanted to, on our backpacking adventures, build a little bit of cooking into it. Not this kind of experimentation with all the cupboards, but just kind of pre-packing myself some ingredients and then seeing how many things can be cooked over a campfire that are traditionally done in an oven, because it would just be a nice little way to add some extra recipes to my recipe book, and for people who don't cook at all, I don't know, maybe to encourage some people to try stuff. Okay, so cool, we've got the chocolate left. Those go back in there. I'm going to go and put the chocolate back in here because I can't be bothered to go and find a spare pet bowl for it right now, so we can go back with the Halloween candy. Has he showed me the birthday gift? Is it the there's a chest of cookies? Is that the one? I had spotted a chest of cookies. Yeah, all the biscuits. They make good gifts. But then the Halloween candy spoiled us, and now I can't give cookies to anybody until we've eaten it all. Makes me sad. Right, let's just split those up between those. Oh, speaking of which, I got a rare blueberry earlier. Ruffle, have you got a rare blueberry yet? Because I've already got one, I'm pretty sure. I've already got one on my rare foods display. That one? Rare blueberries. Yes, I do. So if you need rare blueberries for your display, pretty sure I've now got some spare. And I can't mail you my corpse, but I'll need to come and drop it off to you at some point. For anybody who hasn't seen my rare foods display before, this is a great way to display stuff. Just prop them on top of your large magical chests, because some of the food models are actually really interesting. Some of them are more detailed than others. Some of you might have seen these briefly on one of Calvert's streams as well when he came to visit, and we gave him a quick tour. The fish models in particular I think are lovely. Like, I really love these. I don't have enough of them yet, but so I know that Shrimpy collects rare foods, but I think he just kind of keeps them all in chests, whereas when I collect rare foods I keep them on chests because I want to see them. Like, you know, like the grape ones are pretty they look like chiseled gems, but the detail on like the fish skins are really lovely. And some of the leafy ones are really quite nicely detailed as well. And it makes me sad that all this work has gone into making these lovely models that basically nobody has ever seen, because if you put food down it decays, so people generally don't. But you can stick them on your LMCs, so you should do that thing. I'm going to go and put this reindeer up, otherwise I'm going to be walking around for the next 3 months with the reindeer in my inventory until somebody shouts at me. I see one of your alts logging in, Ruffle. Are you going to go and check your rare foods? Rare foods chests. Good night, Willow. I think I'm also going to be wrapping up shortly. Where we put this? Where we put this? I suppose we could carry on up. Put you up there. I also kind of wish the year 1 wall decorations, the Christmas ones, did not show their wood type, but the year 2 ones did. So the reindeer and the comets and the bells show their wood type, but the older ones don't, even though they're paintable. And I kind of wish they would retroactively just make them all show their wood type. That would be nice. That would be nice. Then I wouldn't have to go painting them all. You'd love a rare blueberry. All right, let me go and do that before I forget. I'm gonna go and stick it in the mail to you now before I forget. I tell you what, while you're there, do you want to rummage through my other rare things? Let's see. I've got a little stash of spares. What have we got? What have we got? I've got plenty, by the way, of rare cakes. I think they were a New Year's one, but I've got a pretty Sweet Beginnings, Sweet Dreams are made of this, and Bunt Cake, all rare GM spawned cakes. I think they must be from New Year's things. Right, rare foods. What have we got? Rare foods and more rare foods. So we want to send you a blueberry. Oh, I've got supreme blueberries there that I'm not displaying. Critical error on my part, so let's have those back. Taking damage, outrageous. And let's replace them with the supreme ones. Those can go in there, and I will send you the undamaged ones. I think I know you're alright for carrots and things, but maybe just take a screeny of the rest of those. You can let me know later if you want, if you need any of these. I've got 3 rare rice. I must have been on a foraging binge or something. Rare kelp. I've got supreme salt, but it's a really big model, I think. I don't think it's one of the ones on the dish, because those are the really, really big ones. I think it might just be a little pile. Yeah, it's not as exciting as you want it to be. I'd like it to be like a little kind of... what are they called? Little, like, salt... like a little salt pig or something. Yeah. Likewise, I've got a supreme fresh paprika, but it's such a big model that I resent the amount of space it takes up. It doesn't earn its weight in terms of visual interest. But let me get those blueberries in the post to you before they start to decay my inventory. Do you want them sent to an assassin? Or do you want them sent to Ruffle? Surely you can copy the toon name from there. Can you really not? Okay. Anna. 2 N's and 1 S, 1 S. I think. Yeah, that looks right. Rare blueberries coming your way in 3 minutes. Right, I've exhausted myself making ice cream. The ceilings are going to have to wait for another time. On the plus side, I've now done three of the Christmas things. Oh no, wait, 4. Have I done 4? 1, 2, 3. I've done 4 tunes. Christmas, festive, scavenger hunt things with reindeer. I've only got another... How many have I got premium right now? Maybe this is not a question we want to ask. I only got another 5 or 6 to go. Whoops. Oh, I'm still carrying a pottery bowl. No! But anyway, yeah, I think I've potted myself out for today. And I've probably put a few other people to sleep as well, experimenting with making ice cream. So I'm going to wrap it up here, I think. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to get the hang of this eventually. At least I actually got some stuff done today. It is possible, theoretically possible, for me to not entirely grasshopper everywhere. I was going to eat some ice cream, she says, then grasshoppering. These are not complex, so these are not going to give me... Look, I've still got loads of foraging and botany affinity, though, so maybe I will go and wrap up my day. 2 hours of fighting affinity? What the hell gave me fighting affinity? What? Did that flake ice cream just give me 2 hours of fighting affinity? Surely not. That must have come from something else. What's that going to give? No, I can't eat anything right now anyway. I kind of need to go and experiment with that because that seems like a crazy amount for ice cream, which is not a complex food at all. But that's a problem for another Crim to get to the bottom of. So, take care, folks. I'm gonna change away to this one and say goodnight to everybody. And I started making my way around other markets because I'm going to try and make cool down splash screens for as many of the markets as I can. But I didn't manage to make it to any of the other release markets for today's one, and I kind of wanted it to be one that matches the server. Good night, Rigor. So I've got a couple of release markets to visit and photograph. At some point, it's not going to work matching them to the servers I'm on because I'm probably going to be much more often on Release or Exodus than I am on, say, Xanadu. But I will try and get as many of them as possible and cycle through them. Because, as anyone who has seen my thread on the forum knows, I love marketplaces in Wurm and I would very much like more people to visit them, more people to run them because I think they're super cool. Good night, Bun. If you missed a load of ice cream, you probably didn't miss much because I imagine cooking would be something that would frustrate you a great deal. Oh, Gaffer is streaming also. Oh, do you know, I haven't worked out how to raid. Can we just throw everybody into Gaffer stream? I think that's a thing to work out another time. But if you have not already got notifications up for Gaffer and you want to go and see somebody else streaming right now, I'm just going to drop a link because I have not yet worked out how to raid. I'm just going to drop a link in instead. So go and check Gaffer out if you're still going, and see what he's up to. And I will go away and figure out how the hell raids work for next time. Take care, folks. And if I don't speak to any of you before, have a lovely, restful Christmas.